Hello and welcome to Joy of Safety, a CSR initiative by Suzuki Motorcycles India Limited. It's a very special episode that we have here today. And today we're talking about triggering a positive behavioral change amongst Indian riders for safer Indian roads. I have a stellar panel lined up with me. Allow me to quickly introduce them. First up, we have Dr. Rajshri Singh, IPS, IG Crime and Traffic with the Haryana Police. We have Mr. Ansh Singh Luthra. He's a renowned lawyer. And we have Ms. Pooja Vidhani. She's with the Teach India. And also Mr. Devashish Handa, Vice President, Sales, Marketing and After Sales at Suzuki Motorcycle India Private Limited. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me today. Ms. Pooja, I want to start with you first. Since our topic is about positive behavioral change, just your thoughts on what is a right training methodology. How can we train riders to be more aware about road safety, to reduce the number of problems, injuries?
Okay, what we think is the best thing to do is have self-realization. It's a good thing that people understand that what is road safety. If we just talk about today's time, we know wearing a mask is very important. Sanitizing your hands is very important. Keeping that social distancing is very important. अगर यही चीज हम अपनी सेफ्टी के लिए भी समझें, that wearing a right helmet is important, doing a drive lane driving is important, not over speeding. It is basically for us to realize, और जिस दिन इंसान खुद समझ जाएगा, we do not need to tell them a lot. But yet, we are doing a lot of campaigns. We are reaching out to corporates. We are reaching out to the youth of India, college going students, women, delivery riders, just to teach
Yeah.
them that how they can be more safe on the roads.
Exactly. Kyunki you're very right, because it's got to be all across. It can't just be that we're targeting one sector only. Rajshri ma'am, I would like to ask you now, from your angle with the Haryana Police, आपको क्या लग रहा है, आपकी जो टीम जो इंटरेक्ट करती है लोगों से ऑन द रोड्स, what is the feedback you are getting from them about the road safety when the police is out there talking to people, explaining to them the importance of road safety?
In Haryana, we are educating the people about the rules of the road, and we organize quiz competitions for school-going children, for college, for universities, and we are
Yeah.
educating people by all the ways, all the means and all the ways, because we have got a road safety organization which are the members are from all walks of life, and they are voluntary members. They go to school with our traffic staff, and they educate school going children and their parents also in the parents teacher meeting. And we are doing this except for this corona time, because this is a bad for all of us, and we are teaching online all these things. So nowadays we are teaching online. There is one more sansthan is SPCC, that was established 2017 or 18, in 2017 or 18, by the then Central Home Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh ji. So that is like NCC in schools. So there are about 11,000 school-going children are members of that SPCC, and we have curriculum. We are doing activities with them. The school-going children, they come to us in the police line. We teach them about the traffic, the rules of the traffic.
I just want to bring in Mr. Handa on this point, is that so Suzuki Motorcycle India is taking a lot of steps, and I will talk to you about that. But first up, why do you feel it's important for corporates to step in and help these communities, as opposed to just focusing on their product, but to look wider, look at the larger community building?
30% deaths roughly on Indian roads are to do with two-wheeler accidents. So, as a two-wheeler manufacturer, we felt and we feel very strongly that in case there is one area of affirmative action that we need to take in our own effort to give back to the society from where we draw so much, right? It would be to do with what we make and what we do for a living, right? So we take it as a moral obligation for ourselves to do whatever little that we can in terms of ensuring that the road safety levels in our country, in the society in which we are, uh, is progressively better. And we have a significant role. We try to see a significant role for ourselves in facilitating that process going. So that is how we look at the whole thing.
Hmm. Fantastic. And we will come back to some of the initiatives, but I just want to bring in Mr. Luthra. Uh, so there's a big conversation about whether our road safety laws need to be stricter for bikes, for car, I mean, four-wheelers, trucks, bikes, even for pedestrians. But is that a good way to go? Is it so? One end is like education and all is happening, but do we also need to make these laws stricter to kind of get people to become more aware rather than feel like kya badi baat hai, kuch hone wala to hai nahi.
The Motor Vehicle Act has been amended as recently as in 2019, and a lot of new provisions have come to the fore, which have enhanced penalties, which have reduced problems such as people getting multiple licenses from different states. So, a national database has been established under Section 25A. Earlier there was huge disparity in protocols followed in different states. Section 136A has addressed that. Now there are state governments are empowered to make specific guidelines for pedestrian management, cycle tracks, etc. under 138. With respect to juvenile offenders, earlier what was happening was there were cases of 16, 17-year-old children who would take away their parents' car and meet with an accident. Now there is a strict liability on the parents itself under 199A of the Motor Vehicles Act, wherein they face up to 3 years jail, 25,000 penalty, and the burden of proof has also shifted on the guardian or the parent or the owner of the vehicle. And hence, law has really taken a multifold leap. Also, I must appraise you of a very important decision of the Supreme Court there was a case by Save Life Foundation, which is an NGO. So what another problem was that, when someone meets with an accident, there are so many bystanders or witnesses who would not, go willingly and help that person to take them to the hospital because they would fear questioning by the police or getting caught up in these legal trials. So by this case, the Supreme Court has made certain guidelines to stop harassment of Good Samaritans. So they have said that the Good Samaritan who takes somebody to the hospital will not be questioned and will be allowed to leave. They don't need to disclose their identity. They don't need to disclose their address. Police need not question them. In case they have to submit a report, it can be done through video conferencing. There'll be no questioning by the police. And if they have to depose in court, this is very important. If they have to depose in court, the judge has to do it in one day itself so that they don't have to come again and again for the same problem.
But Ms. Pooja, I want to bring in one aspect of this is, the absence maybe of good role models because, the young are the ones who are easily influenced. So how can, Good Samaritans or maybe even known faces come in and kind of help showcase that, I mean, travel, use two-wheelers, whatever you want to do, but ensure you put in your safety checks?
Yeah, so that's absolutely correct. In India especially, we do look a lot up to the models, maybe the actors or some celebrities, and if they come forward and they talk about it, and even show themselves riding a motorcycle with a correct helmet, or your car with a safety belt on, it really helps because people do look up to these role models. Also, like I said before, to tell them that what is important and how it is important, in the sense of it is important to wear a helmet, But a lot of people do not understand that just wearing any helmet is not going to save them. It needs to be the proper helmet which fits them well. Everybody has a different head size. So, and a lot of time, what is happening is if these role models were to come forward and tell them that if I'm sitting in the front, I'm wearing a helmet, and the person sitting behind me is wearing a helmet. And a lot of times we see, these small babies on a two-wheeler. So mother, father, both are wearing helmets, and this poor child sitting in the middle has no helmet. Now we need to understand how fragile is the child's brain, much more fragile than the parents. And if something was to happen to the poor child, what is his fault? So we as adults, as individuals, as a few of our role models who can come forward and explain all this to the world, I think it will definitely make a lot of difference. Yes.
On that note, it's time for a very short break here on Joy of Safety, a CSR initiative by Suzuki Motorcycles India. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Joy of Safety, a CSR initiative by Suzuki Motorcycles India, where today we're talking about triggering a positive behavioral change amongst Indian riders for safer Indian roads. Rajyasree ma'am, I just wanted to ask you one other thing. Is this point, what happens is कि लोगों को अब थोड़ा they've become aware, so they'll say कि हाँ ठीक है हमें हेलमेट पहनना चाहिए, लेकिन वो भी होता है कि कहते हैं कि लंबी डिस्टेंस के लिए जा रहे हैं तो हेलमेट पहन लें, अरे मैं आधा किलोमीटर दूरी जा रहा हूँ, क्या जरूरत है हेलमेट की?
बिल्कुल, यू नेवर नो कि कहाँ एक्सीडेंट हो जाए।
तो उसमें हाउ डू वी टैकल?
अपनी गलती से नहीं, दूसरे की गलती से भी हो सकता है एक्सीडेंट। तो हमेशा अपने आप को उस तरह से रखना चाहिए कि आपके सेफ्टी गियर्स आपके साथ हो, आपको हेलमेट पहनना चाहिए और बाकी चीजों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए।
Absolutely, exactly. Ms. Pooja, you had a comment, and then I'll just come to Mr. Handa.
So, the campaigns that we are doing right now with the safety drive, what we're also trying to do is get examples from the people who are a part of the campaign. So basically asking them कि क्या ऐसी कोई चीज आपके साथ हुई है या आपके जान पहचान के लोगों के साथ हुई है. So what happens is जब वो self example होता है, people understand it better.
Mr. Handa, just wanting to bring you in on this point. So it's really important to spread the word, and it's great that a lot of such initiatives are being taken already. Just wanting to get you in on some of the steps that are being taken by Suzuki Motorcycle India in this regard to promote road safety.
Our end, it started at about 2018 around, when we started voluntarily in a very small way a campaign called Caught Without Helmet. So what did we do? And then subsequently Helmet for Life. There were two campaigns that we did across 15 cities. So what did we do? We partnered with the city traffic police, and we tried to, in their effort to enforce and also guide on the streets appropriate behavior, and specifically in terms of the habit of wearing helmet while riding. So what would the traffic policeman do? The whole program was that you give a ticket for violation and then give a helmet along with, right? Ask the person who has violated there and then at the spot कि आपने क्यों नहीं पहना हेलमेट? तो जानकारी नहीं थी. You will be surprised. We gave away over 12,000 helmets, right, across in this campaign in across 15 cities. More than 95% of the persons who were challaned were fully aware that they are supposed to wear helmets. They were also aware of the flip side. They come out with very amusing reasons. यहाँ तक जाना था, right? आज तक तो नहीं हुआ है, थोड़ा बहुत ही तो है, जल्दी में था, right? लेट हो रहा था ऑफिस को. So it is more, to my mind, a matter of attitude than a matter of law.
Mr. Luthra, there is one end which is stricter laws, or enforce these laws. The that kind of like helps also punish, but also shaming the offenders. That's one angle. You shame the offenders, you pick them up, you highlight their mistakes. The other end is to felicitate or honor or praise the ones that have done the things right.
In my opinion, I don't think they're mutually exclusive. We can do both. We can punish those who are doing the wrongs and show a goodwill gesture to those who are following the law. It does not happen one day. The switch. It's not a light switch that you hit it and everyone is following the law, but it will happen slowly, steadily.
Ms. Pooja, I'll come to you on a very interesting thing that I live in Bombay, and I noticed this here is our local trains are famous. The unfortunate thing is that because of these local trains, many people die while crossing the tracks. So the railways in Mumbai had come up with this initiative of making a man dress up like the Yamraj, and he would be stationed at the end of the platform. So anybody going to cross the tracks, I mean, you get the symbolism of that ye to Yamraj khud hai yahan. So just your thoughts on initiatives like this, the role of behavioral social change agents, how can they help in the road safety angle?
So yes, in campaigns, in education, in when we are going to them in schools, in colleges, to tell them that yes, there is a funny aspect to it, but look at the seriousness of it. So
Absolutely.
In a fun way also, if we can that listen, the Yuvraj is standing, Yamraj is standing right there for you, don't get that way. It's an interesting way. But yes, there should be other things also, stricter rules also, and fun rules also to get them back on track. And like I always said, it's here. When you start thinking right and you self-realize is when the change will happen.
So moving aside from the human angle, let's talk about the machine angle. The machines have to be taken care of, obviously. And India is unfortunately very famous for the jugaad angle. So we will not use genuine parts to fix our motorcycles or cars or whatever. So, the repair work is not done as best as it could have been, as it should be done.
We have this strong tendency of cutting costs. This is all jugaad comes from there, right? And jugaad also comes from आज को settle कर लो ना, फिर बाद में कल का कल देखेंगे. So that realization needs to grow up, and hence I say it's more an education issue. The realization that today you have saved 2 rupees, but it may cost you 20 later, is something that needs to be brought about. And a lot of effort, not just by Suzuki Motorcycle, a lot of OEMs are doing in this direction.
Mr. Luthra, just your thoughts, what would you like to leave our viewers with just as we start wrapping up this panel?
To take forward Mr. Handa's point, which he was talking about before I started, he essentially mentioned two very important aspects which we sometimes ignore. One is the integrity of the vehicle when you use proper parts, and short-sightedness by having a small advantage today versus a big disadvantage later in future. So hence we must all change this through education at a subconscious level, through awareness campaigns, legislation, punishment, stricter punishment for violators, and also use of technology. So the roads, we all are part of this ecosystem, and all of us must change collectively so that all of us are collectively more safe.
Well put, very well put, Mr. Luthra. Thank you for that. Ms. Pooja, just wanting to get in your closing comments, your thoughts as we wrap up this panel.
Jaan hai to hi jahan hai. So let's keep that in mind, and let's enjoy, all the facilities, the technology, the rules, the regulations, everything that we have a support on. But let's be responsible drivers. Thank you.
So true, so true, so well put. Rajshri ma'am, just your closing comments, your closing message, thoughts for the viewers.
Sumit, I wanted to tell you one that Yamraj's concept is Haryana's concept. and we made a
Oh,
skit.
fantastic.
We got it written, and it was enacted by the school children in front of National Road Safety Council, and it was approved and appreciated by everyone. So the skit is www.yamrajjeevandanYojana.com. So it was beautifully enacted by the children, and
Super.
it has got a very clear cut message that we should uh, uh, take in mind that to follow the rules of the road is very necessary, and it is a must. uh, we must know about the traffic rules. We must follow the traffic rules.
Mr. Handa, as we close the panel, just wanting to get in your thoughts and also with your closing comments, if you could just give us the thought behind this Joy of Safety initiative, just the idea how this came up with Suzuki Motorcycles.
We started with our own buyers first. So at each of our dealerships, we used to have this Joy of Safety program. COVID disturbed it a little. Hopefully, we'll revive because it requires a bit of a congregation, coming together of people at one place, so we can address and make them participate as well. So it started from there. They will continue to have a need and a desire to own vehicles, and therefore there is that much more need to create this kind of a sensitivity. Unlike it is a developing economy, that means it is not as aware, level of educations are lower than more evolved countries, and at the same time density of population is high, and therefore vulnerability on the road is higher. Therefore, compared to any other country, because of all these factors, our sheer population, our rate at which our economic growth is growing, the rate at which our, you know, the population demographics, which is very aspirational and young, this makes this need much, much more than it is in any other part of the world. So these would be my closing comments, and we will continue to endeavor in this direction as a corporate body.
Well, that's all the time that we have on this special episode of Joy of Safety, a CSR initiative by Suzuki Motorcycles India. Thank you so much for watching.